Hello, thank you. I'm having a really difficult day. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's been one of the hardest days I've had in a while. I'm very tired. I wanted to stream more tonight, but some things happened after I turned off my stream that put me in an even worse mental state.
Final Vendetta!
I'm actually in pain right now. Mental and physical pain. Just gonna take it easy. Sucks the life out of me. I'm really tired. Would you get over here, please? What the hell? I wish this game had screen lock like Streets 4. I'm getting tired of that happening in like every beat 'em up. That's like the most underappreciated thing about Streets 4 is that shit doesn't happen. Go off fucking Shadow Realm forever, and they don't come back. It's weird that both Turtles and this game have that problem. Age-old Shadow Realm problem. No, I'm just gonna stay out here. It still hit you, but somehow your hitboxes don't extend out to Shadow Realm, but theirs do. Really annoying. Screen lock should be mandatory in every beat 'em up after Streets 4. Welcome to change as much as you want about the formula to games like this, but you need to have that. Makes these kinds of games a lot less frustrating. They can't hide out in the void forever. Damn it, I'm trying to full combo this. Give us another couple tries. I'm not in the mood to get frustrated tonight. I feel cheated though. I was playing really well, and that enemy just went to the Shadow Realm forever. Wouldn't come out.
Hurricane. 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 Come on then.
Good run. Excellent run. Not bad. S rank. Underground.
Hurricane. Hurricane.
Underground. Underground. Good old Shadow Realm right there. He came out of the Shadow Realm a different direction. Classic beat 'em up dilemma. Less Streets 4. Shit's been plaguing this stuff for like 35 years. Tell they took a lot of influence from this. It's a shame that, like, Turtles has the same problem too, except in Turtles it's making people soft lock, which is worse. It's just a nuisance in this game, to be fair, but screen lock should be a necessity. On the ground. Oops. On the ground.
Hurricane. Hurricane. I made this look easy.
Make this look easy. Coolest black dude in a beat 'em up, and he doesn't suck too. Yeah. Long time coming. A brother in a beat 'em up who's not terrible. Adam in Streets 4 is alright. I just don't like his moveset that much. This guy's moveset is very adjacent to my interests. I like all the tech he's got.
Hurricane. Hurricane.
Yeah, that game looks like a significant improvement over the first game. They already mentioned, like, a couple things about that seems like I'm gonna like it a lot more. I liked the first game for what it was worth, but there's some aspects of it that were half-baked. Combo system kind of like didn't matter on the bosses. I hope that's fixed, especially because they said they're like expanding the combo system. And then also the gear system was really pointless. They said that they were expanding that too, so they're pushing all the right buttons for me at least. I beat that game like 5 times. It was fun, but certain systems they had just it didn't feel like they put that much time into them. They got told to stop working on it or something. I don't know. The accessory system in that game was really boring. Nothing there that's like, okay, if I put these 2 accessories on, like, you know, the game changes. Nothing like that at all. It's mostly just you run like 5% faster. I don't even remember the accessories. they're so like uneventful. Hopefully they stay true to their word. And I hope that they're improving the combo system. They have less bosses you can't combo. There were quite a few gimmick bosses in River City Girls 1. There's been a lot of games lately where it's like they add a combo system, but they don't let you use it on anything but trash mobs. I like how this game does it. It's like you get combos, but there's a number of limiting factors. The execution to do them is pretty difficult. The game doesn't tell you how to do it either. You have to figure it out by yourself. And then also, this game has the classic beat-em-up Shadow Realm, so there's not even corner combos in this game. The Streets 4 kind of had that. There were like corner combos you could do and stuff. You know, that game had actual limiting factors. It wasn't just combo them forever. You had to learn how to do the best you could with like the systems they have in place to limit you so you can't combo forever. So I'm hoping that the new one will have some kind of stuff like that. instead of just have fun on basic looks and then everybody else just walks through your combo. That is, I think that's just shit. There's a lot of games that do that. I'm gonna add a system in the game to let me have more fun. Then I should be able to use it on most of the enemies. And the bosses. City Girls 1 is still a good game. It's just you can tell that they really blew their load on the music, like making the city, and the pixel art, of course. Beautiful pixel art. But then, like, other stuff in the game felt like, okay, clear. There wasn't as much time and care given. So hopefully they don't get rushed out to release it. They were given the time they need. I want a repeat of the first game, where it's really fun to play, but definitely had some stuff in there. It's like, okay, you could have taken this out and I wouldn't have even noticed. I don't know, it's hard to make a River City Ransom game, because you can't just make a belt scroller like this. I mean, River City Ransom is like, that's basically one of the first, like, open world games. Like, Grand Theft Auto and the 8 billion Ubisoft games owe a lot to that game, especially with the setting being urban and everything. It takes a lot more work to make those over something like this, which is still hard to make a good game in this genre, but...
To be the man, you gotta beat the man!
Brother!
Hurricane! Easy!
Bring it on! Nice Shadow Realm incident there.
Hurricane! Hurricane!
Come on, get out of the Shadow Realm, please. Slow me down. Why does this game have screen lock? It should be a requirement. 30 years of playing this stuff, you get tired of that happening. It's annoying. Especially when somehow their hitbox, when their attacks extends past yours. Forgot he has a wake up. Oh well. This run kind of fell apart with all the time-wasting Shadow Realm problems. Play it out though. Practice. Usually mess up on this fight anyway. Do you think this is like the hardest fight in the game? How did you not get hit by that? Come on! They have so much invincibility. Always invincible. Very annoying boss fight. Fuck, got my combo.
Let's go.
That was good. Good first screen. This screen is pretty tough. These knife guys have insane priority. Cooperated this time. I hate that attack. Ah, come on. Dash attack. This run just fell apart at the end, didn't it? Gameplay quality greatly diminished.
Let's make this quick.
Good fight. Good fight. That run kind of fell apart in the second half. Some bad luck with the shadow. That's actually a new personal best for me. 23:34. Improved by about a minute. That's not bad. I definitely started. There's definitely some bad luck there, but I also stopped playing well. The gameplay quality diminished tremendously. That was a good run though. I love this game. It's real solid. How the ending is just, are you traumatized or being kidnapped? Like, no. Give me some fries. Exactly. Wise beyond her years. I wish Turtles was this short. I really do. I almost feel like doing another one, but yes, you can't. Yeah, you can Super Joy, but your Super Joy only works. It takes health. It takes health unless the bar is full. It's just like Streets of Rage 3. And you can fill it up pretty fast. You have like good fundamentals for this kind of game, like knocking everything over to the one side, and you can usually fill it up. So pretty much every wave you'll have one. Just about how wisely you use it. The screen size is actually pretty big in this game, so it's a lot harder to put everybody on the same side. Also, Shadow Realm is a real bitch in this game. You saw that happen a lot this run. Like, just sometimes they just stay over there forever, and like their fists can still hit you, but somehow your hitboxes don't extend that far. So, throwing can be a little bit awkward in this game. Jumping is also really bad in this game too. It's why you never see me jump. Every enemy in this game is Donovan from Streets 4, pretty much. All of them. You can come near them with a kick that looks like it should have a good hitbox. They will jab, and somehow the jab's hitbox like extends above their fist, and it hits you. This is an oddly grounded beat 'em up. Jumping is just a liability. I definitely think that's one thing they should change. Because there's some cool jump cancels and stuff in this game, but it's just like the problem is you jump and you get hit like 95% of the time. So you can't like jump and do the knee bash to start a combo in this game. It's always a risk. I think they should nerf the hitboxes on their anti-air attacks. It's like every enemy can do it, so jumping is pointless. Jumping's just a way to get yourself killed. Despite the jank this game has, I really like it. I like it better than Turtles. There's a lot of depth to this game. Turtles is fun in small doses, but it's way too long and there's just no depth to it. There's nothing to explore or discover. It's just do the same thing for 2 hours. Which is a shame, but that's just how that game is. You know, they were going for a different demographic. This is very clearly a game for beat-em-up boomers like me. I grew up with this shit, like, we've been playing it for like 30 years. Like, if you're that kind of person, this game is really good. You'll like it better than Turtles. Turtles is more just a chill game. Just play with your friends. Play with your friends, relax. You don't have to worry about teaching them like 500 mechanics and stuff, which is understandable. It's not like I don't get that. It's just there's certain things about that game that are really stupid. The game is easy, but it's also kind of boring, and there's stuff that's unfair. The game manages to be easy and unfair, which is kind of interesting. It's rare for that to happen. I think I'll play that for a little bit. Sure. Final Vendetta's just an arcade game. You're not gonna always like it. You're not gonna like it at first, I should say. Is this gonna load? Alright, thank you. It's like, what happened?
Teenage, let's kick some shell!
I don't like the arcade mode in this game because it's too long, and they take away the other super bars. There's no upgrades, so you just taunt spam even more. The story mode, I just play this. I've been having more fun with this game, skipping the shit bosses and the shit levels. feel like I should not have to do that. The bosses should be designed better, but I'm gonna have fun with my 25 bucks I spent on this.
Job-breaking
Need
news.
anybody gatekeeping my fun? This game already kind of gatekeeps fun a lot. Some really frustrating stuff in this game, which is weird because it's so easy, but it still manages to piss you off, which is quite the accomplishment. I think the people trying to do no death runs on the hardest difficulty pretty much show you everything that's wrong with this game. I don't envy the people trying to do that stuff. I don't think this game's well designed enough to do that kind of thing. A lot of it is legit luck. The Chrome Dome boss, you have to throw the enemies into the screen to bring them out. And you have no invincibility frames, so every time you throw, there's a crapshoot. Basically a gamble. Like, are they gonna hit me and take off like half my health? The answer most of the time is yes, because I've been watching a lot of those runs when I'm not streaming. They always fall apart at that point. You already got to be a masochist to do that kind of thing in the first place, but then like when the game has legit broken, unfair mechanics like that, asking you to do something that gets you killed to do damage to a boss, you gotta question their sanity sometimes. I'm all for, like, overcoming a challenge, but that shit is just... Does the game let you pass?
Any comments?
These grabs are pretty good in Final Vendetta. They're combo extenders. You get invincibility frames. I just beat Final Vendetta like 2 minutes ago, so kind of hard to go back to this game where grabs suck. You only use them when the game forces you to. Yeah, I think this game is most fun co-op. A lot of the problems aren't apparent. There's lots of games like that, though. They don't balance around the solo experience. They balance around expecting people to have, like, friends with infinite free time to play. The game is, like, super fun that way, but then solo is, like, a mess. It's really only on the hardest difficulty in this game, to be fair, that kind of stuff happens. There's things that are just outright unfair. I don't know, these guys have never made a beat 'em up before, so as much as I rag on this game, it's pretty impressive for what it is. It's not terrible, it's just... If you're a beat 'em up boomer, I don't think this game has a lot to offer. I've played worse beat 'em ups than this from people that have made multiple of them before, so...
What a scoop!
For a first attempt, I think this game is pretty solid. But with how well it's doing, I think there's a lot they can improve. You shouldn't be punished for throwing things in a beat 'em up. Throwing is supposed to be like a breather kind of thing. It's supposed to be like, okay, I'm invincible during this attack, so I can read the screen and look at the situation, like what should my next plan be. You're invincible during it, and then you also have the crowd control, so it's like a strategic thing, but you have like none of that in this game. The throw is a liability. It's a long animation you can't cancel out of. It's just stupid to have a boss designed around that mechanic when grabs are like the worst thing in this game. Like really amateurish design.
I smell a new story.
Yeah, they don't have the Shadow Realm in this game. This game does have Streets 4 screen lock most of the time. Sometimes they go out of screen, but I applaud them for having that. Now, for a first attempt, this game is really good. I think people don't understand how hard it is to make games like this. It's hard to make games, period, but like a beat 'em up, they're very difficult to make. There's so many things that people take for granted. I think this game is a perfect example of that. When you take game mechanics for granted, and you play some janky game that doesn't have it. That's kind of what this game is like with the throws. Pretty much any halfway decent beat 'em up, you have invincibility during throws. I remember the first couple times I threw something and my health went down. I thought the throws took health or something. I'm like, nope. It's just like that for some reason. Subverting a game mechanic that some dude in Japan figured out 30 years ago. Kinda hard to excuse it when you think of it that way. I don't know, they're getting a lot of complaints about the taunt meta in this game, and how it destroys the otherwise good pacing, and the throws not being invincible. Those are the top two things people mention in their Discord server. This game's obviously going to get some kind of fat DLC, so hopefully they'll listen. People have really stupid suggestions and stuff, but I agree with most of them. Except the guy that said, some guy in there was like, oh, the bosses die too fast, they need more health. I'm like, dude, you're everything wrong with...
Any comments?
Everything wrong with
Comments?
video game design. Just give them more health. Fuck that, man. You don't need more health. The boss fights are already bad enough on the hardest difficulty. It basically just devolves into finding a spot to sit in the corner and taunt.
Breaking news.
My horn!
Scoop.
This is a good thread on the subject. Let me find it. Here you go. Let me post it. Oops. Not in focus. There you go. Trying to explain why the arcade mode is way too long to non-arcade players was funny today. Exactly. You can't call it too short if you only play it once. These games are supposed to be replayable. This game has, like, IGS length. I don't like to do this level because the boss here is terrible. Skip that level. Skip the auto-scrollers. It's my own little way to play this game.
rumble in the zoo. Hey.
Any comments? Any comments? Here's a real showstopper. Ow! Any comments? Any comments? Ugh.
You're gonna get the horns, partner.
Can you dig it, suckers?
How do I get into this message?
I'm going underground. Ooh.
What a scoop!
Crane's head is getting away, dudes!
Alright, we're gonna skip level 5 because that fight is horrendous. I'm not gonna do this level. This is a level with Rat King, and he turns invincible for like 10 seconds. Every 2 seconds he's on the ground and vulnerable. That fight just makes me want to go insane, so skip that level. This game's too long for me to do speedruns, so this is kind of how I can get my money's worth. Longest I'll go is like Streets 4 or Fight Rage. Those are like 50 minutes to an hour. This is closer to 2 hours.
Here goes nothing. Any comments?
This track is so good.
Breaking news. Any comments? Any comments?
Can you buy the soundtrack for this? Does anyone know? I like the soundtrack better than the game. Is it possible to buy this, or can you only stream it? Streets 4 soundtrack you could buy legally, like, right away. I don't know if you can do that with this one.
Showstopper.
I've never really bought any of his music before, so I don't know how he does it. The Streets 4 composer put it up, like, right away. Even updated it when the DLC came out. And it's definitely worthy of being listened to outside of the game.
Here goes nothing. Any comments?
Yeah, but can I buy it? I don't want to stream it, I want to buy it. I don't really do any music streaming. Music and stuff, I like to just buy it.
Any
I know
comments?
streaming the music is more popular these days, but I like just buying it. Especially with my phone and everything. It's on Apple Music. I'll have to look into that, thank you.
Behold the might of Tempestra.
Could have skipped this whole cycle. I'd done a little bit faster. Like one hit away. I don't care for the Wu-Tang song. I actually think it's very out of place. Especially because it's not even like the final boss. It's the boss before the final boss.
Another missing robot piece?
Kind of loses a
What
lot
a
of its
shocker.
value. Okay, we're just gonna put this on the jobber shredder.
Roof running reptile.
So, like, went through a big deal of getting those guys to do that song, and it's like not really used in the right place. Although this game has one of the worst beat 'em up final bosses I've ever experienced, so I don't know. I don't think putting that song on the last boss would have done anything either, because that fight is just an MMO boss. It's so out of place. It's like, okay, you can't do anything to this boss at all besides wait. You just repeat the same cycle over and over.
How do I get into
Doesn't fit at all.
Go.
I don't know what they were thinking with that boss. People are saying they want the bosses to have more health. You wanna do that fight for 10 minutes? I don't. Fuck that, man. Action games like to really
I hope you learned a lesson.
have shit bosses like that. They're like not fun to fight.
Any comments?
It's not even a hard boss fight. It's just hard to have the patience to do it because you're stuck waiting for so long.
Go. Breaking news.
I think that boss is a good example of how you can tell they didn't really think about the solo player experience that much. They were trying to and appeal to the co-op crowd, which is fine because this game actually has good netcode. Streets 4 didn't.
How do I get into these messes?
Like how these guys block grabs. Grabs are already awful in this game. Like, did they think grabs are overpowered? This is the worst grabs have been in like any beat 'em up, just because you're not invincible. I guess they thought like broke the game or something. I don't understand their reasoning. There are definitely some beat 'em ups where grabs are pretty bad. Sengoku 3 is a pretty good example.
Any comments?
I mean, at least you're invincible during them, so they have some purpose. Yeah, that game doesn't really have grab-centric gameplay loop.
Any comments?
The game's more about chaining combos together.
Any comments? Any comments?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Any comments?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Held the button for too long instead of pushing it.
comments? Any comments? Any comments?
Little dancing time. We're gonna stomp you wimps.
Showstopper.
It's like some power-up thing. You don't really see people use it that much, because for some reason they take out all the progression systems in the arcade mode. I think if you wanted to speedrun this game, the fastest way would be to play it on easy or normal, on story mode with a maxed out character. You saw, I just killed the boss instantly. She killed them, like, pretty much before they could move. In arcade mode, you only have one. You only have one super. You don't have to unlock the supers, but you only get one. Speedrun's kind of boring for this, not gonna lie. Because this game is like, your supers are basically like, they're like full-screen nukes for most characters. The supers are actually kind of where they differ the most. But they're designed to be like full-screen nukes, so there's no reason to not taunt after every wave, which is what slows the game down a lot. And now apparently everybody's doing it online too. It's just making the problem worse. That's what happens when you don't really design interesting bosses and people just wanna burst past them. Yeah, barely anyone uses the power-up. Spamming the supers is better.
Crisis at Coney Island.
I don't see how Nickelodeon and Dotemu won't let them patch this game. It's been crazy successful. It's like, I don't know, I rag on this game a lot. It's fun. It's fun in small doses. But, you know, Streets 4 was a mess when it came out too. This game looks to be doing just as good as that game, if not better. Turtles hasn't stopped having content. Streets of Rage did, so consider that Streets 4 sold like 2 million copies or whatever. I'm sure this game will get unjankified. Unfortunately, you kind of gotta judge stuff like this at face value. This game is really flawed the way it is now. It's definitely, I can already say, it's not gonna stay like that. I just think that people asking for new characters are kind of like misguided, because they have to make these crazy... If they were to add new characters to this game, it basically would have to be like the DLC weapons in last couple Dynasty Warriors games, or like characters past Season 1 and Season 2 Battle for the Grid, where they like start they figure out how to design the characters to be more unique within the constraints of the combat system. I would not want new characters for this game right now. It's basically in this game they have like maybe 2 different moves. They have like one attack that they specialize in, and then the supers are different. Even the supers kind of follow a template, so it's like, yeah, they can add Shredder and like Shredder and whoever else people want, but you're gonna play mostly the same. You have to like add something else to make it worth it. Yeah, the Dynasty Warriors clone character kind of thing they have going on in this game definitely hurts its replay value too. Honestly, they need to fix the stupid stuff in this game first. Add like some kind of you know, replayable mode like Streets 4 Survival. And like if they do add a character, make them more different. Battle for the Grid kind of had the same problem. Kind of had the same problem when it came out. Like, you know, the game doesn't have any motion inputs or anything, so first couple characters, they're like not as interesting to play as the new ones because they got a lot better at designing the characters within that combat system. Season 1 characters are pretty dry compared to 2 and 3.
You don't be a skinhead. Come on, man.
Any comments? Here's a real showstopper.
Good fight.
I feel like gumbo.
Let's go.
Come back here with that android torso. A few screws loose.
I've played a couple other beat 'em ups where that's a problem. It's just in this game, it's such a waste because like it's not easy to make sprites that look this good. There's a reason why a lot of indie games use like cheap stuff like the Flash style animation. It's not easy. I really love the sprite work in this game is amazing, but I feel like making them kind of just like Muso game clones is doing a disservice to the pixel art. So before they add anybody else in this game, they need to like figure out how to make the DLC more unique, give them unique mechanics. Dragon Ball FighterZ had the same problem too. Launch Dragon Ball FighterZ had a lot of really homogenized characters, the way they were designed, their moves and stuff. And they started kind of getting a little bit more unique.
Showstopper. comments?
Delete the turtles.
Breaking news.
It's also clear to me now. The turtles are my
What?
friends.
Scoop.
System crash.
Alright, I've had enough of this for now. I had enough of this for tonight. Oh no, it's just a bunch of shit bosses past this point. I'm not feeling it tonight. It's evidenced in my title. Had a very difficult day, so not looking to maul tonight. My card got wiped earlier for some reason, so I won't have as many games to play on quick fire. Oh. I don't know, I think Splinter, April, and Casey deserve to be added. It's just, they're all the same, so... It's the same thing. I don't know, I'm split on it. You know, the Konami Turtles games are very much like that too. But, I don't know, just because there's seniority in design of something in a franchise doesn't mean it needs to stay around. That's my take on it. It definitely could have made them play a lot more differently. But I think in their defense, they were trying to prevent what happened with like the first beat 'em up that really let you play with like that many characters at once was X-Men. And in that game everybody was unique. So I firmly remember, strongly remember as a kid, you know, we go to like Chuck E. Cheese for birthday parties and stuff. I strongly remember kids fighting over which character they wanted to play, which one was their favorite. I think they were trying to prevent that, but it's just wasteful to have like 7 beautiful sprites like that, and they're basically like Dynasty Warriors clones, Musou clones. They have like 1 or 2 different moves, and that's it. I think the other problem is that they tried to differentiate it more with the speed stat actually affects walk-run speed and attack speed, but it just makes the slow characters feel worse. Like, and they don't really have anything else going for them either, unless they happen to have a good super, or well, that's basically it, really. There's no grapplers, there's no like zoners or rushdown or anything in the game. Like everyone kind of plays the same. I don't know. I don't envy who had to make that decision, because it is a legitimate problem. It has happened in the past. There have been there's a small number of arcade beat 'em ups so that you play with like 4 to 6 players, and it's like, okay, we made them all unique, but you know, kids are gonna fight over them. And I remember that happening quite a bit. I strongly remember going to multiple birthday parties as a kid. They had the X-Men cabinet, and like you know, kids would fight over Wolverine. Wolverine was like the most popular, of course. I think the solution would just be to let people play twins, but I guess they didn't want to do that for some reason. But it's not the first time that's happened. It's not an easy thing to solve. It is weird that they don't have mirror characters in that game. Just hope they don't charge like $6 for 3 new sprites and they just play the same. Like, I'm not gonna pay for that. I'd rather somebody rip those sprites and put them in like an open BOR game with better combat at that point. We'll see what they do though. That game's obviously gonna get a lot added to it. It has to. Yeah, that game has it's weak in replay value. Number of reasons. The characters playing the same, and then also the length of the game. And there's just like not much depth to it, so it doesn't have the depth that something like Final Vendetta has, which I think is I still have stuff to learn in that game. Someone just posted a touch of death combo with Duke. I'm like, that's the kind of shit that keeps me coming back. You know, beating the game, but there's still like a lot to discover. I don't feel like that with Turtles at all. The first playthrough, I didn't taunt at all. That was like the main thing. The main thing that differs between playthroughs is taunt spam. Taunt spam is not interesting either. It's just standing still and watching canned animations to nuke the screen.
我が最地をお見せしよう。
清盛はいないようだ。妖魔がここだ。ここで戦っていると思う。
捕まえて聞いてみようよ。
さあこの辺にいる妖魔は締め上げてやるぜ。
剣どもめ当てろ。せいぜいあがくがいい。敵将俺が討ち取った。わし遅かったな。あのやつはすでに我らが包囲した。ここだ。工夫よ。
Yeah, I already paid for it. It's already paid for and preloaded. Problem is it doesn't run in this emulator right now.
何者だ。まさか女の仲間か。
持ってるのって女の子なの？大変。急いで助けに行かなくちゃ。
強い。勇者のことを世の仲間に報告。
No, it does run, but not on the public build. It runs on their internal build, but it doesn't run on one that Patreon backers or normal users can run right now. So I have no idea how it will run. The other emulator, it runs like garbage, but that emulator just does not like my computer for some reason. So. They were pretty unhelpful when I ported it in their Discord, so that's out of my hands. Could probably play it at the Game Center. I have to, but I don't know.
もう道はないぞ。
お任せだよ。鉄棒を使って崖上までひとっ飛び。
敵も我らが崖から来るとは。奴らがこんな近づきをない。私が行こう。ここだ。ここだ。受けてみろ。私が行こう。ここだ。受けてみよう。ここだ。
登ってね。
ここだ。受けてみよう。
おいカス。私が行こう。やれ。
受けてみろ。私が行こう。ここだ。受けてみよう。目を見張るばかりの戦ぶり。ここだ。
何？貴様ら
私が行こう。
どこから現れた？ここまで侵入を許すとは。俺が出る。当てろ。
私が行こう。受けてみろ。私が行こう。ここだ。受けてみよう。ここだ。工夫よ。工夫よ。
いい子だね。
いい働きだ。
渡さぬ。
私に献上するのだ。
とさせるものか。覚悟せよ。 なんとも瀟洒な建物よ。でもまた異界の風景であろうな。おお、一段と冴えておいでですな。にはさせん。俺様が止めてやる。私が行こう。ここだ。ここだ。受けてみよう。これ聞かせろ。生と消えよ。せいぜいあがくがいい。敵将討ち取ったり。やりおる。ここだ。手よ。ここだ。工夫よ。受けてみろ。私が行こう。ここだ。受けてみよ。
私はソフィーティアと申します。先ほどは大変失礼いたしました。
なぜそれほど急いできたんだ。理由を聞かせてもらえるだろうか。
子供に会いたいあまり焦っていたのです。私は娘の命を救うために戦ってきました。決着がつき家へ帰ろうとしたところで敵に囲まれ足止めされてしまったのです。
でもここに娘さんは。
私が行こう。
話は後。今は急いで逃げよう。
おお、目を見張るばかりの戦ぶり。
急いでいるの。私が妨害するなら覚悟してもらうわ。
超イカス。
受けてみよう。ここだ。
いい子だね。すごいよ。一番の頑張り屋さんだね。
いい働きだ。わざわざやられに来るとバカなやつよ。
邪魔をしないで。
先生、敵の後編が接近中。集結地点は我らのそこのとのこと。
対して南東の脱出路を目指す。ここだ。工夫よ。手よ。ここだ。私が行こう。受けてみよう。私が行こう。ここだ。工夫よ。ここだ。
ここじゃな。清盛が言うておった異界の強者がおるのは。
どんなご人
Nobuyuki Hiyama is here.
派手にし合いたいもんだね。
Just crashed. Just crashed. That's weird. It's been pretty stable. Oh well. The whole thing crash? Is my stream still up? I am not in the mood to fight with any tech stuff tonight. Definitely, now is not the time. Looks like the stream is still on. That's strange. It's been very stable considering I'm running on an emulator, which is not intended. And then I've doubled the frame rate, which is also not intended. The game has been very stable. That's weird. I'm too worn out to care at this point. I think I'm just gonna call it there, folks. We'll see if I feel like streaming in the afternoon. I need some rest after today. I had an anxiety attack, and then there was some other stuff happening right after that. After I stopped my stream earlier, this is not helping. So we'll see how I feel later today. For Fire Emblem, basically as soon as I get back from kitty sitting, the game comes out. So I'll play it on the Switch if I have to. I have to play it on there anyway to get the decryption key. But right now it does not run in the emulator, so I don't know if they plan on having that out in time. I don't blame them if they don't. I know one of the lead programmers is like recovering from some kind of major surgery or something crazy like that. So I don't expect it to be out to run on the emulator on day one. It would be nice if it does, but I'm going into it expecting it not to. The other emulator should run it because it runs the demo right now, but that thing just does not like my computer. I don't know if it's just like the combination of hardware I have or some way my computer's set up, but I can't run anything on that thing. I tried like Pirate Warriors 3 and it was destroying my CPU, so that's not an option. It's either going to be the Switch itself, real hardware, or the emulator. But I'll keep you guys posted. Today, probably just do random stuff, kitty sitting and emulators and stuff. I'll see you guys later. Also, thanks to the people who stuck around. I know anybody who clicked on this despite the title is a real one, so thank you. I might not sound it right now, but I've had a really shit couple days with my mind and stuff, and it means a lot that people want to come in and support me, and I can fake it really well. I'm a good actor. I can fake being okay when I'm not. Today was one of the worst days I've had in a while, so I will do the best I can with what I've got. Don't be surprised if I take it easy today, so that tomorrow we can do Fire Emblem. I've got the game all ready to dump and everything. I just got to get the decryption key, and then it's got to run in the emulator, so it's only one part of that that's out of my control. But we'll play it on real hardware if we have to.